People who downloaded their Google data and went through it, what were the most unsettling things you found out they had stored about you? I'm the vice president of a company that I've never heard of, and can't find any other info on it. Just got hundreds of people downloading their Google data edit, went from a couple hundred to hopefully tens of thousands. Link to download https://takeout.google.com. Their profile claims I like Chinese rap. I have no idea why, other than one video I came across in the YouTube rabbit hole. There's an audio recording of me saying check the Jewish boy's penis. I don't remember ever saying that, but okay. If you use Google Photos and allow Maps to track your location, I took photos that I didn't like, deleted them. Weeks later I am just browsing my timeline in Google Maps and those deleted photos are there, tagged to the location. Nothing incriminating, just thought you should know that a delete isn't a delete. Edit. A lot of people aren't reading this properly, so let me clarify. I didn't say I found my photos on Google Photos Cloud after deleting them on my phone. I found my cloud deleted photos on Google Maps timeline. And please spare me the guess what Google still has it paranoid shit. I know they still have it, and I don't care, I am merely answering Op's question. Recordings of conversations with my boss over 2 years. I don't know why it only had recordings of her and us talking and no one else. Edit. For those wondering, here's how you access and download your data. https://support.google.com accounts answer 3024190 Edit 2. Good night, Reddit. I got drunk once and proceeded to get lost on the way home, ending up cycling on some highway. For 2 years I wondered where the hell I had been until I saw Google's location history for that night. Definitely the voice recordings. That should be turned off by default instead of needing to be changed by the user. Okay, I have a weird but serious question. My husband passed away last year. I still have his S7. I'm also 99% sure I have his Google account information. But if not, I'm sure the password is saved in his phone. If this thing really does record voices, how would I go about downloading his Google data? I just want to hear his voice again. I'm starting to tear up as I type this, but seriously. I only have one voicemail from him on my phone and maybe a couple videos. Anything more I can get of his voice, pictures of him I haven't been able to restore. Anything I can get I want. I miss him so ducking much. All phone activity, open app, closed app, etc. From the very first day I owned my phone, constant check of my GPS, constant check of my device orientation. If someone steals your Google account, they basically can find out everything there is to find out about you. Mine is 10 GB, holy shit, it's gonna take a while to download. It is an old account, but I have all activity paused except YouTube watch history. So I'm really interested to see why it's so large. The most unsettling one I've had came from Facebook, not Google. Minor bit of background, I'm a straight guy with a lot of LGBT friends and was actively involved in supporting the Australian same-sex marriage campaign, so FB probably had me flagged as gay at the start of 2012. In 2012 I started dating someone. We'd been friends for some time. I'm on Facebook all the time. She had an account but almost never used it. We basically never communicated on Facebook. Immediately Facebook started telling me to mark her as a close friend and all of its ads changed from gay singles cruise and similar to romantic getaways for couples. I can only assume that it was able to tell from GPS that she spent a night at my place, and that I spent one at hers a few days later. Edit. A few guesses that Wi-Fi was involved. At the time I didn't have Wi-Fi at my place, and while she did I never connected to it. It was 2012 and I had a 2 GB mobile data limit for the month, which felt like so much that I couldn't imagine needing more. Everyone here after downloading their Google data https://i.imgur.conf9ut.gif. Till Ron Swanson had it ducking right. Audio recordings titles are generic and serialized, so make sure to take some precautions before listening to them in front of your family or randoms. Please don't make my mistake. Hey Google, how do I increase my penis size? Girlfriend staring at me. I don't get how Google is recording secret conversations that can be stored and viewed. I thought this was exclusive to Google Voice searches and commands, which are approved by the user in settings. How are these candid conversations being recorded and stored, and how can you view them? Till that you can do that. BRB soon after I go through mine. Can we all upvote this same question next week when everyone has received their information? Apparently I sleepwalked thousands of kilometers and then managed to get back home in time for work. Also a bunch of recordings of my computer's fan spinning. But well, at least they got me on the fetish porn searches. Ah, Google. Hyped up Google. Incompetent Google. I know my data is in good hands. Edit, found a fart. Not the Google, but hopefully on topic, I have downloaded my data from Facebook, and the most shocking one was a recorded phone conversation of about 30 minutes long. It was dated back around 5 to 7 years ago, and most surprisingly it was not even me who was speaking, and I could not even recognize who it was. Edit, as many people ask about how to download your Facebook data, I add here Ubraps to tutus comment Facebook settings, your Facebook information, access your information, download edit to, wow, my first silver, thank you kind stranger. Smile. That there is a map of everywhere I went in the last couple of years that's accurate to the hour. I feel like I should have more of a problem with Google having my data, especially voice recordings. But after going through what they had, it's like 400 recordings of me saying make some coffee, play X on Netflix and turn off the lights. Maybe it's a bigger problem for people that use their assistants for more than home control. Hardly anything was saved. I'm very picky in what I allow an app to access. Sometimes a limited function is annoying, but it seems it pays off. It wasn't Google data that shocked me. I am kind of expecting it to know everything about me. This came from Instagram. My period was very late, so naturally, I told my husband in our very private and quiet home setting, and bought a clear blue pregnancy test. We don't own TV, Amazon Alexa, Google Voice or similar. I just have Reddit and Instagram on my smartphone. My period was just late, but the very next day I got bombarded by ads on Instagram about Clear Blue and other pregnancy sticks and some other baby shit. There is no way that it was a coincidence, since it was the second time getting a very specific ad. So the app is listening, and showing me ads accordingly. Edit, autocorrect edit to, update. I was telling my husband today about this thread in my comment, and guess what ad I got again on Instagram? Ad, https://imgur.com gallery 9 poop. I checked and the app had access to the mic. I think every time you want to post, it activates the mic access. Edit 3, since many people asked, I bought it with cash. No cards of any sorts involved. My purchase history on websites like eBay, Amazon and other companies that, I guess, all sell their data about me to Google. I had no idea of it, and although I share things like my location to Google, seeing my purchases is kind of scary because I never allowed it. I'm doing it right now, prob gonna update this chat when I get my results. I'm scared. At 1, the first thing that pops up are old CSGO clips of me being cringy while playing Dust 2 casual a couple years ago. Add 2, I'm finding Minecraft vids and old Blender intros I made, gonna keep you guys updated. Add 3, phone the recordings. Nothing really interesting, but I also found the first profile banner and logo I've ever used for YouTube. I also found the first thing I ever did in Photoshop. The last thing is that I found older vids. The best one was me splashing water in my brother's face because of a trending prank. Make sure you do this on PC because it's easier. Thank you guys for the upvotes. How do you do that? Shit man, I don't wanna know. My activity is empty. It has been for a long time, so there shouldn't be anything for me to download, right? Nope. 6 GB of data. Op is gathering the data that Google gathered to sell to corporations to sell them to other corporations. So how do I fix this? Can I delete it? My first ever Google search was "what is a chicken" and the second was "are chickens real?" I just found out Google data was a thing today and checked mine earlier. What are the odds I see this post right now? X-Files theme plays in background.